Hello and welcome to my creative space. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Welcome to another DIY video. If you're not already, I would love for you to subscribe and join this creative squad. Now, I can't wait to show you what I got in today's video, so let's get started. For this DIY, I'm taking this adorable bunny wood cutout that I picked up from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to be staining both sides on this color. Now I am going to let it dry. Now I'm going to take this black marker and this ruler, and I am going to start making lines on this bunny. I'm trying to create, I guess, like a shiplap. I don't know if that's what it's called, but if you know, let me know in the comments below. But basically that. To create a bow, I am going to be taking my pinto bean sack. If you know, you know. And I am going to be cutting off a strip off of this. Actually two. One of them is small and one of them is this one. And basically I'll crisscross it and then I'll cinch it in the middle. And then I'll take the smallest one and I will tie it together to make sure that this bow keeps its shape or the shape that I want. And then I'll just remove what I don't need. And then I'll dovetail the ends. And there you have it. Easy, easy peasy. Now I want my bunny to have a tail, so I take some ute rope and I am going to be creating a pom-pom. So I wrapped it around my fingers, tied in the middle. Now I am trimming both of the ends, and then I'll just trim whatever I don't need to kind of shape it into a circle, and then I'll just rub it against my hands to fluff it up. And then you will see me in a second grabbing all of it to one side and then rubbing it like that. And basically the flatter side is going to be glued and the other one is going to pop out. Now it's time to glue everything together. So I am adding the bow and then the cutesy little tail, and that completes the bunny. Now you can use it how it is, or you can make it into a wreath, just what I'm going to do. And I just took this Dollar Tree wreath and removed some of those little branches or whatever they're called. I had used it back in December when I created some Christmas DIYs. And basically I just took it and painted it white. Once everything is dried and ready to go, it's time to put it together. So I place my little bunny on top of this wreath and I just glue it together. And then I'll just take this extra piece of burlap and I will be creating a hanger with that. And basically we are done. Now look at how cute and beautiful this bunny wreath turned out. I love it. For this DIY, I'm taking this egg wood cutout and I am going to be using one of these sticker tiles, I guess they're called. And I am going to, as you can see, I traced the egg and then I was like, I don't understand why I did this because it's not even big enough and it's not even going to be into the shape of an egg. So I take a pencil and I just draw it on there, and I had very much more success with that. And then I just take my scissors and kind of cut half of it, and then I was like, oh, I'm just going to fold it to make sure that it is going to be even. And then once I unfolded, I had that crease in the middle, which at the end it's not noticeable, so it's fine, but maybe don't do that. Okay, so now I'm taking my spackling and filling in the hole because I am not going to be hanging this egg, so I want that covered. Now I'm going to remove this sticker off of this tile, and then I will add hot glue onto this to make sure it's secure and into place. Then once I place it there, I just kind of pushed it down to make sure it's not bumpy. Now I'm gonna be taking this pearl stickers from the Dollar Tree and I am going to be placing them all around this egg, and I will be adding a lot more. You'll see here's what it looks like. Now I'm gonna be gluing them into place because they do come with that sticker, but you know, if you use them, some of them come out with this sticker, some others don't. So I just decided to use hot glue for all of them and be done with that. Now I am going to be grabbing this paint and I will be painting the egg in this color. The color and information will be in the description box if you're interested. And basically I'm going to paint the whole egg in this color. Once that is done and dried, I am taking my brown chalk paint and I am going to be distressing it with this, and I will be using some wax, but not until the end. Okay, do you remember this bunny? If you saw my stories on Instagram, I had picked up this bunny, or I guess me and my daughter, she convinced me to get it. But anyway, so I am removing the bow off of this, and I also removed the little stick. This is supposed to be a garden decor, but we're repurposing this to be an indoor decor. So I decided to paint this bunny white. I guess this was supposed to be a girl, and that's why there's a bunny sitting right there in the belly. I think it looks weird, but whatever. Now I'm taking these wooden planks that I already had. These ones came from Hobby Lobby, but Dollar Tree does sell them now. I just couldn't find any, and that's why I'm using these. But I am just gonna take them and I am going to be staining them. Okay, now I want this bunny to have a little bow, so I take a smaller piece of burlap fabric and then I fold it in the middle, I glue it down, and then I'm gonna let you watch exactly what I do to create this bow. So that baby bunny was looking weird and I didn't like it at all, so I decided to get rid of it. So I'm sorry, baby bunny. So I just went back in there and painted it white just to try to cover that up. And now I go in with a little bow and much better. Okay, now I am going to be gluing these two planks together and I'm using hot glue for that. Now it's time to glue the egg right on top. So I use some hot glue and then some Jenga blocks to hold it in place. And then I am going to be gluing this little bunny on the side and I am loving it so far. Now I wanted to add some florals, so I picked up these, I don't even know what they're called, but they're like sticks and they have that cute flower. So I start by taking the sticks and tying them all together, and then once I have them ready, I will kind of sit them on top of the little plank just to see how big they are. And they were a little too long, so I trim them, and then I take the little flower and the little dry grass or whatever that's called, and I basically take it apart. And once I have it apart, I will start gluing it onto the sticks. I will take one of the dry grasses and put it on each side, and then I'll set it on top of the plank just to see how everything's looking, and then I'll add the flower and the other little ball, and then I'll just add a lot of glue to glue that down, and I really like it. And all is left, I just took my antique wax and went back on the egg just to distress it a little more, and here is the end result. Let me know what you think about this rustic egg and bunny. For this DIY, I'm taking these pots, 2 wooden dowels, and this cute sign. I've been wanting to use this sign so bad, and I finally figure out what to do with it. So I separate what I am going to use, which is the 2 pieces that say Happy Easter. Now I'm gonna take these glass gems and I'm gonna pick the ones I'm gonna use. I saw Hey Yo Let's DIY do something with them, and then I saw Savannah from Savvy Crafts use them on pots the other day, and I really love that look. So I am going to be gluing the little gems around the rim of this pot. To paint my flower pots, I am going to be taking my acrylic white paint, and I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. Once I get all the way up, I am going to start painting the little gems, and yeah, I'm just going to give it, I end up giving the gems a couple of coats to cover them all up, and then I painted the top rim just because I'm going to be able to see that. Now I took some stain and I am going to be staining the wooden dowels. Now that that is ready, I'm taking some floral foam and gluing it inside the little pots, and now all is left, or I guess now the next step is to glue my wooden dowels into the signs, and I glue one higher than the other just because I want one of the signs to be higher than the other. Now I took my antique wax and I am going to be distressing these cute little pots, and I'll just do it until I think it's enough. Once that is done, I am going to move on to placing my little signs into the pots, and again I try to keep one higher than the other just to make sure that that's just what I wanted to do with mine, but that's just an idea. And then I just added some Spanish moss, and here is the end result. How cute are these flower pots that now became sign pots? For this DIY, I'm taking this Dollar Tree egg that I found. It's really big, so I am going to be gluing this together because I don't want this to come apart. Once it's glued together, I am going to be taking my acrylic white paint and I am going to add some baking soda, and it's usually 50% of each, and then I'll just mix it until I think it's enough, or I guess it's combined, and then I'll just start painting my egg, and it's as easy as that. I love this technique, and I really think this is for sure one of my favorite DIYs. Now to decorate this cutesy little egg, I had these stickers, or I guess they're not stickers, well some of them are, but those little flowers, the pink flowers and the butterfly, I got those from Hobby Lobby if you are wondering. Now, this is a candle holder and I had used it in a past project, and I just went in because at first I wanted this to be completely white, like all one color. That's why I went back in there with some white paint. Now I am going to start gluing these cutesy little flowers, and I just love this. I just started placing them wherever I thought I wanted them to go and wherever I thought they were going to look cute. And then at the very top, I am going to be gluing that cutesy little butterfly. And I just love this. I think it's so chic. I love this. And then I just added a couple of these other little butterflies. These little butterflies came from the Dollar Tree and they are so cute. I just added the ones that I thought were going with the theme, and I just needed them to be small. I also added some of those little gems, by the way. Here is where I decided that I wanted to distress this candle holder, and I think it was a good call. Here is a picture of the end result. How quick and easy was this, and how beautiful this turned out. For this DIY, I'm going to be using these popsicle sticks. Now, these are from Walmart, but the Dollar Tree does sell them. So I take them and I cut flat one side, and the other one I cut it into a point because this is supposed to be like a fence I'm trying to make. So I just cut a lot of these, and if you want exact numbers, check the description box because at this moment I don't remember. But anyway, so I cut all of them, and once I had all of them, I grabbed this foam board. Now, I feel like it will look a lot better with actual wood base, but this is what I had to work with. So this is a piece of foam and it's 11 by 4, but check the description box for accurate measurements because I might not be right. But anyway, so now what I'm gonna do is just place all the popsicle sticks along the side just to see exactly where I need to glue them and make sure that there's enough space in between each popsicle stick, and then I'll just keep gluing them. Once all of them are glued down, I felt like something was missing, so instead of using popsicle sticks, I grabbed this piece of cork sheet that I picked up from the Dollar Tree and basically trim a few strips off of this, the same size of this popsicle sticks, and that is going to go in the middle of this already glued popsicle sticks to kind of make it look even more like a fence, if you will. Now, I am going to give you a tip. I didn't want to use popsicle sticks because I didn't want to have to glue multiple popsicle sticks. One, I felt like it was going to be too heavy, and two, I didn't want those gaps in between each popsicle stick, so that's why I use this. But I will tell you, I didn't remove this sticker on the back of these, and that was kind of slippery. I had to go back and kind of keep gluing them because they were kind of ungluing. So I would say just try to use it without the sticker, or just use popsicle sticks or something else that you can find that is long enough if you don't want those gaps like I did. But anyway, moving on. So I just took my white paint and I'm going to paint this fence. Now that that is done, I took my antique wax and now I'm going to be distressing these. And now I am going to be taking some floral foam and I will glue it in the middle, just because this is the only floral foam I had. That's the honest truth. And basically, I forgot to leave a gap in between the floral foam and the fence. So I was trying to squish my fingers in there, trying to cover up the foam in there. So I would say leave a gap right there. And then I just fill it in with some Spanish moss. Yay, yay, yay. Now I grabbed some flowers. These ones are from Walmart. And then the other ones are made out of burlap fabric and some jute rope. And if you're interested in knowing how they are made, you should check out the video link in my description box because I made those and I have a video on it. Whoop whoop. But anyway, so this is what it's looking so far. I love how this is looking. These colors, I am just here for it. I love it. Once I am done adding all the flowers, I decided to add this cute bow that I had laying around from a past project, and I just like it because it goes really well with the vibe. And then I decided to add that Easter hint to it, and I had these cute eggs from the Dollar Tree, and I just added these skewers in there just to be able to stick them into the centerpiece. And I just added 3 of them. You could add more if you like, but this is what I did with mine and I love it. Here is a picture of the end result. I love how this DIY turned out. Definitely the fox pottery egg is one of my favorites, as well as the bunny wreath. Those are my favorites. Now you let me know in the comments down below which one's your favorite DIY. Also, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you on my next DIY. Bye!